Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, 4:30 p.m. every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it. Thank you for staying tuned. This is African Independent Television, AIT, here in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. I am your host, BC Akpaida, and you're on to another edition of Issues and Tissue, our developmental program that seeks to address issues of development in Edo State and environs. Here today we have another interesting guest and topic. And this is election period, here in Edo State, Benin City, as we will be going to the polls to elect the governorship candidate for the next, 4 years after the 19th of September. Yes, and the activities are actually gearing up. Edo State is bubbling, and we are trying to meet with all, if not most, actually most, if not all, rather, of the political parties here in Edo State. And today we have someone from the ADC, that's the African Democratic Congress. Actually, she's female, yes, the only female on the list for the gubernatorial candidates in Edo State. We'll be right back after the break. Just stay with us and let's get to meet her together and see what, she has in stock for us in Edo State. Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, 4:30 p.m. every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it. You're welcome back. This is African Independent Television, AIT, and you're welcome to Issues and Tissues. Before we went on that short break, I told you we have in the studio this evening the gubernatorial candidate of the African Democratic Congress. She's Mabel OBOH, and she's right here in the studio. Mabel, you're welcome on the program.
Thank you very much.
All right. Also in the studio is the party secretary, that's Edo State Secretary, Honorable Charles Imutenya.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get into the program proper right now. Let's get to meet you, madam. How does it feel? You're the only female in the race right now. And some people want to say this is something for the men. Do you actually believe that?
No, I don't believe in a gender issue. I believe in who can do the job. And, I am capable of doing the job, and I know very well that a lot of women out there are capable of doing this, job as well, to rule Nigeria, even be the president of Nigeria. One of the issues here is that they've not been given the chance. And that is one of the things that I'm going to pursue to make sure that women realize, their own potentials, that it's not a man's world. People say it's a man's world, to a certain extent, but what are we women doing? Are we pushing to come out? Amongst all the men, I came out. Who brought me out? The men, because they know that I'm capable. So if we can prove ourselves and we let them know that we know what we're doing, the sky will be the limit for women.
Yes, I see you have Dr. Ruben Edokwai as your deputy governor.
Yes.
That must be a strong man.
Dr. Ruben is a very strong man. He's a medical doctor. And I am very, very happy to have him, as my deputy, because we're going to have a big health, restructuring in Edo State. And being a doctor by my side, wow, the sky is the limit.
All right, that's very good. Let's get to know you more, because Have you always been in Edo State? What are those things you see in Edo State? Let's get to know you as a person. Who is Mabel Obo?
Mabel Obo, first and foremost, I say, before I became a politician, I am an entertainer, a broadcaster, a movie producer, an actress, and also a journalist. You know, I worked for NTA for years, and I was, at least I'm known as the second female independent producer in Nigeria, one of the pioneers of Nollywood of today. I started in the 80s.
All right, that's good. It's good to have you at there, Mabel. Of course, we'll get back to the issues of governance very soon. But let's meet with the state party secretary, Honorable Charles.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Your party in Edo State, that's the ADC. How long have you been around? You know, and do you have any member in the house?
The party ADC has been on ground from an onset since 1993, when politics really came to stay in Nigeria. They have been on ground. They have been featuring in all the elections. There's none of the election we've not had candidates, and to the glory of God, some of our members are occupying key positions as we speak today. ADC is the third first political party in Nigeria. Take example from the last election, ADC came out third, and we are maintaining that position, and we want to improve on it. Now that Edo State is going to go for governorship election, we are fully prepared. We are on ground. ADC has covered a wide, as wide as the 192 ward in Edo State. ADC don't just go for part for elections because they want to showcase. They go there to dramatize what they are known for and to conquer and win. So we are not there to showcase. Permit me to say that ADC is fortunate to be one of the political parties that was accredited. From the 73 political parties that were deregistered, ADC have a chance and they are still maintaining the third position. Thank you.
All right. Okay, let me ask you quickly. What are your chances in the forthcoming election, and why did you choose a woman for your on your ticket?
Yeah. ADC has not made mistake, and we are still not making any mistake. The governorship candidate we brought out, which is Honorable Mrs. Mabel Obo, and the deputy Dr. Ruben Edokwayi. They were found worthy, credible, people with conscience. ADC not just feature candidates because they want to go and showcase. They pick up people that are determined, people that know the plight of the masses, people that have conscience, people that we can really count on. That's why, having gone through all the process, they went through screening, they went through accreditation, they merited it, even the primaries we did, they came out victorious. It was very glad to see that from the 14 political party that is going to run for this governorship election, our candidate, Mabel Obo, was found worthy. And we are proud of her. We know she's going to change the narrative of politics in Edo State. Hence, we decided to stand by her, let her project herself. ADC doesn't believe on a tribal settlement. We don't believe on ethnic settlement. We believe on what we want to come and do to change the narrative in politics. You can see that our sister parties, the major one, which everybody have the mind that they are just when they see APC and PDP, every other political party as you know. ADC has come to change the narrative because when you discover they are just playing drafts with the citizen. When they fell from APC, they dive to PDP. From PDP, they dive to ADC. How long can we continue like this? Hence, ADC decided to come out in a different perspective to change the narrative, to remove the suffering of the people, to remove Edo State from darkness. Hence, we decided to come with incredible persons that can feel the way we feel. And we are quite optimistic that Mabel Obo and our deputy will do ADC proud and change the narrative of politics in Edo State.
All right, let me get back to you, Mabel. Edo State, is full of so many challenges right now. the issue of job creation is a major challenge, not just in Edo State, in the country. And we have youths, Togri as a major issue also. What do you think? How do you think you can change this narrative? How would you procreate jobs for youths? Because that is very important. We need to have jobs for people to survive and work. At least is when I'm working and gainfully engaged, then I wouldn't be found in Togri or other activities. So how do you intend to tackle those things?
We looked into this very well, and I came up with a manifesto. The party actually said to me that, look, do not use the party manifesto, but use your own manifesto. Go to Edo State, be in Edo State, see what the problem is, and let's see what you can do with it. And the people are crying. Edo State is very hungry, and yet we're so blessed. That is the problem. So we're starting with massive industrialization, starting with agriculture. Because it is already there for us, and we're blessed, we can grow anything. So we're now using it as a medium to create instant jobs for people, for the youth, and anybody else, for women that wants to work. Now, it's going to be agriculture with a difference, because we're going to have also what I call, in a way, organic farming. We're going to go into food packaging, organic preservation of food. And we're going to train the youth or anyone that wants to go into agriculture, encourage them to come in. While they are training, it could be in the different sectors of agriculture, they are also going to be earning money, and while they're earning money, it could be food packaging, it could be food processing, and it could be a food bank, for us to have surplus food, or it could be the real growing itself, And when they get qualified, we now give them a grant. I know people are going to ask, where are you going to get the money from?
Exactly, because I was going to say, are you also going to start almost killing us with tax? Because that is what government does.
No.
They really don't know how to make money, so they begin to tax the people.
No.
I
don't think if you're not giving back to a society, you have no right to tax them. So the first thing that we're going, to do, we're not going to look at, the taxing, retaxing people because we want to do something. What people do not realize, the world is now a village. We have organizations out there that are actually ready, as they call it in quotes, help the third world, which, as in Africa they call us, and I say shame on to that, because we should be better off, than that if we do our things right. But even, Nigeria, they have grants. CBN has grants for, for youth and all that. We're not tapping into that. The government is not doing anything about that. So what we are going to do is to approach the international organizations, apply for it, which they would give us, because it's already there in their budget for us. Other African countries like Ethiopia, they're doing it. Ethiopia is generating electricity from waste, ordinary waste, and through that is through the World Bank. So why can't we do that? So we're going to get, the international organizations to come here to help us train our own people. And a short training, not the university long training, specialist training, skills acquisition.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, 4:30 p.m. every Wednesday on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.